Be honest with me. Are your kids ruining your marriage? Let's get real. Having kids is an amazing, life-changing experience, but it can also wreak havoc on your relationship. If you are struggling to stay connected after having kids, you're not alone. In today's video, I'm going to share my top 7 tips for staying connected even after you have kids. And don't forget to stay tuned till the end. Tip number 7 might surprise you. Hi, I'm Valery, and welcome to my channel. As a licensed therapist and a relationship expert, I have been helping couples restore, repair, and reconnect for over 10 years. If you are ready to build a better relationship, you are in the right place. So hit that subscribe button right now. Today, I'm going to share my top 7 tips for staying connected even after you have kids. But first, a quick disclaimer. While I'm a licensed therapist, I am not your therapist, and this video is for educational purposes only. If you are struggling in your relationship, please reach out to a highly qualified licensed therapist in your own community. So here's the problem. Raising kids is hard. Yes, you love your children, but having kids changes the whole dynamic of your relationship. Suddenly, a huge portion of your time, energy, and attention is on your kids. And that makes it incredibly hard to focus on your marriage and to focus on your spouse. So if you are struggling to stay connected, just remember you're not alone. That's why I want to share these 7 tips. Tip number 1, if you want to stay connected after having kids, prioritize your friendship. Friendship is the foundation of any strong relationship. So friendship needs to be your priority. After you have kids, it's really easy to prioritize being co-parents or roommates or really good teammates, but it can be hard to keep track of your friendship. Make sure that you tune into your partner and you make friendship your number 1 priority. Tip number 2, schedule time for fun. I know that might sound a little weird. Schedule time for fun. Yes, you are juggling a lot. You're juggling work, kids, family. Make sure that you're scheduling time for fun in your relationship. This is going to help support your relationship with your partner. It's also going to help support your friendship. Now, fun doesn't have to be time that you only have alone. Make sure that you also schedule fun with the kids. It's these memories that are going to bond you and bring you together. Tip number 2, take a break from the kids. I know it is really hard. I get it. I've got 2 kids myself. But it's really important that you and your partner take time away from the kids to enjoy each other. You can go out on a date. You can also spend time after the kids go to bed or in the morning before they wake up. Just make sure that you're spending time together as 2 adults, not just time together as parents. Tip number 4, flirt. You're tired. I get it. You don't always want to put on a show for your spouse, but it's really important that you maintain some playfulness with your partner, even when you're exhausted, even when you're overwhelmed. It's that playfulness, joking, touching, teasing, that's going to make sure that your bond is still there. And it's also going to show your partner that they are your number 1 priority and that you're still attracted to them, you still desire them, and that you still want them, even if you don't have time to do anything more than flirting. Tip number 5, practice healthy communication. You're stressed out. You're overwhelmed. Your kids need all of your time and all of your attention. I get it. That makes it easy to snap. Or it makes it easy to just do things yourself and not talk to your spouse. If you want to stay connected after having kids, make sure that you and your partner are both engaging in really healthy communication. Be kind, be respectful, and be warm, even if you have a conflict. And whatever you do, make sure that you don't stop talking. And that leads me to tip number 6, share the load. If you want to stay connected after having kids, make sure that you're sharing the load with your spouse and make sure that things feel fair. Now, just remember, fair is not always equal. It's really hard to achieve equal. But as long as you're talking and making an effort to go out of your way, it is reasonable to find a fair compromise and a balance. So if you want to stay connected, make sure that you share the load and notice when your partner's complaining that you're not sharing the load. Because guess what? They probably have a point. And tip number 7, and this tip is going to surprise you. If you want to stay connected after having kids, make sure that you also spend time apart. That's right. You heard me. Make time for spending time apart. After you have kids, it's really easy to lose yourself. You lose your hobbies, your interests, the things that bring you joy. So make sure that you're taking time to yourself and that you're giving partner time to engage in those adult hobbies, activities, things that you like outside of your family and outside of your kids. So that when you come back together, you feel refreshed, you feel interesting, and you are interested in what your partner's doing and what's going on in their life. So always make sure that you have time apart if you want to stay connected. Remember, if you are struggling to stay connected after having kids, you are not alone. This is a problem that most couples deal with in their relationship. But just because it's a common problem, it doesn't mean that you don't have to solve it. So try these tips. And if you found these tips helpful, share this video with your partner. Thanks for watching my video on how to stay connected after having kids. If you liked today's video, if you found it helpful, make sure to subscribe so you don't miss any future videos like this one. I'll talk to you soon.